good day and welcome to the Drunkard's Path. I'm Shelly and we have an online quilt shop, so jump on to www.drunkardspath.com and you'll see all kinds of lovely fabrics that we have to offer. We have some notions, but we mainly want to focus on all the fabrics, which I'm going to show you some new fabrics into the shop today later in this video. So we've got a lot to show you here, and I just want to say welcome summer, because we're officially into summer, and I hope all the people right now is Quilt Canada, so all the lucky people that got to go, I hope they're having a wonderful time, and I hope to hear all the great stories and see great photos when they get back. So let's get into it, and we want to start with our little giveaways. We always like to do a little giveaway each of our videos to say thank you to the people that are watching and for the people that purchase products from our website. I want to say congratulations to Donna Bosamworth. You get the free 2.5 yards of fabric. Can you please drop us an email at support@drunkardspath.com so we can get your physical address and we can send these out to you. Today, if you leave a comment, hit subscribe. I mean, you're right there right now, so hit subscribe. It's free. And hit a like and leave a comment. You must leave a comment to win this 1 yard of Cori Yoder fabric. Beautiful day. So we love reading those comments, and we actually pick up a few tips on them. So that's wonderful. We really truly appreciate it. So hit like, subscribe, comment. Could be yours. And we're almost at our second quarter, so which means we're almost ready to give away our big cross-stitch prize with a couple yards of fabric in there as well. So this goes to anybody that has made a purchase from April 4th to June 30th. You will be in the running to win this nice big prize. So that is our quarterly prize that we give away. So you still have time to purchase something and get your name in for this nice draw. So we've got a little bit of fabric that came into the shop. I'm going to show you some now, and the next video I'll show you some more. No sense just spending all the time showing bolts of fabric, but I do want to show you what came in. So the first collection we have is called, oh, I gotta read it, Pumpkin Spice Gatherings, and this is a Lisa Bonjean collection. So this one, let me see, it is called, doesn't say, it just has a number. It's red background with white. It's very pretty. Here's the next one in that collection. Beautiful orange on a nice cream background. This one is more of a taupe colored with a brown leafy pattern. Looks very much ready for the fall here. Next we have this one. It's kind of a reddy color on a creamy background. The last one we have here it's a green background with like an orangey feather and an acorn. Oh, actually, that would be a leaf, not a feather. Sorry. That's a leaf with an acorn. So that is in the Pumpkin Spice Gatherings. Get you ready for fall. And what would fall be without Halloween? So I've got just a couple bolts to show you from this Halloween collection. And it is called Witchy Woods by Lewis and Irene. So look at this pretty orange on a cream colored background. Very nice. Oh, this is a fun one. This is just ghosts, pumpkins, spider webs on a nice gray colored. I believe this is a glow-in-the-dark one. And we have this last one here in this collection. What a fun print this is. Oh, we're upside down. Gonna have to go like that, just show you this bit. I just don't want to show you the houses and the ghosts upside down. So we have ghosts, trees, haunted houses, just fun stuff for Halloween. Very pretty colors too. So those are two of the collections that we have in. So jump onto our website and have a look at those and get yourself ready for the fall. What I've been working on, I have a couple of things to show you, but before I do that, I want to say thank you for the lovely card that I received from one of our viewers. And they sent not only a card, but they sent a little really cute thing inside of the card. And I keep it inside of this lovely Winterberry cross stitch or stitching box. that has this zipper. So inside of the box, looks like that. And then this lid comes off, so it goes deeper. Looks like that. And this lid comes off. And Wendy sent me this really, really cute, pretty little pin. I think it's a butterfly. Yes, it's a butterfly. So I keep this lovely pin inside of my Winterberry box. And also, I want to say thank you to Sylvia from our guild, who came and gave me a whole big binder full of cross-stitch patterns. I was just blown away by that. I was so grateful. So, of course, right away, I had to make something out of that binder. I couldn't tell you how many patterns were in there, but lots and lots. So I just want to show you a comparison. First of all, this is the bag I made about a month ago with our fabric that we have here, the cheater fabric we have, Lori Holt. So I just want to show you size comparison. I did the cross stitch, and then I wanted to make a little tiny bag as well. So a little tote bag. And this is what I came up with. Isn't that cute? It's got this is the cross stitch here. We've got our sheep, our flower, and some hearts. And I put this little trim, this little vintage trim around it. And honest to God, this little bag was way harder to make than this great big bag. So, I mean, I love doing it, but I tell you, trying to do that top stitching and get this under your needle was quite challenging, and doing the little tiny box corners, but I just thought it was so cute. I mean, you can make a small bag like this and put like maybe a gift card or something and give it to somebody, just whatever small little token you want to give away to somebody. It just makes it so pretty. Or you could just have it sitting up on a shelf with something very pretty inside of it. Lots and lots of things you can do with it. I got this pattern online. It was a paid for pattern, but it wasn't very much. I believe through Etsy I got this. And it actually showed you how to make, I think, 10 or 20 bags at one time. I thought, you know what? One was plenty at the time, because just even doing the little handles was a bit of a task. But you know what? It's always a learning thing with me, and I want to just keep trying something different all the time. So hopefully here at Drunkard's Path, we can give you lots of ideas on how to enhance your skills and try out different projects. I just want to show you a couple. I made a bunch of, several small things as well as my regular things. So I just found a pattern, and I made this little bag, this little zip bag that I keep my floss in here. But what I used was a layer cake. So all I did was take 4 10 by 10 fabric from a layer cake that I had ordered, and this is the inside. So, and I just keep my silk threads in here that I'm currently using this for a project. So, and they fit in there just nicely. I just want to keep them nice, the silk threads. So I just made this little bag, and didn't take me much at all to do this. So there's that. And then I wanted to have a little thread bed for most of my cross stitch projects, because as you're going along and you don't use maybe that whole big long piece of floss. So this is a little thread bed that I made. It was, of course, extremely simple, and I made, I think, 5 of them one morning. And I used the it's not batting, but it's like it's got an adhesive on the back. The name escapes me of what it is, but it is just like batting, but it's just like it's iron on. And then all I did was bind it. So simple. And what I do is I just tuck one of those in each of the bags that I have a project going. And then I can keep all my threads that I can just pull off of there when I need it, instead of having to put it back on the little thread drop. Usually it's threads that I'm currently using at the moment, so it's just easier for me to grab from there. So that's just a perfect little thing to use. These are the blocks that I've been working on. As usual, I did the Quilting Life Block of the Month by Sherry McConnell, and this is the June block. So how nice is that? It's like a star. And I have all of my blocks. I've got the solids on one side and the pattern type fabrics over here, the printed ones. So that's on the pattern. You can see each one of hers has got the same, like you have to follow what is up here because they do change from month to month, but it'll be up, the solids might be at the top and that. So I think there's a method to the madness here. At the end, we'll see how this all goes together because I haven't got a clue. We'll see it. And so far so good. I still have fabric, so I'm going to keep on going with that one. And I want to show you the temperature quilt. So far I'm just going to show you partial here. We've got January to May completed on here. And then I started doing the first 10 days of June. And then again, I did the first 10 days of June. I do not know why I couldn't remember that I did the exact same strip. I don't know. I don't know where my head is. But anyway, now I have two. Maybe I'll work it into the back. I don't know. But you know what? Mistakes happen in the sewing room. I'm sure everybody can understand that. And the Moda Blockheads. Now, the tutorial is going to show you Moda Blockhead number 3. And yesterday, I did block 4. Let me tell you, block 4. That was a challenge. And I saw a ton of comments on this block. It is, let me see. Oh, Cat's Cradle by Kylie Farron. This is what it looks like right here, okay? It's not a half square triangle, it's a half rectangle triangle. So, and they tell you exactly, step by step, on how to make that. And it's not cut and dry. It is not as easy as what you think it is. It's totally different than doing a half square triangle. But I have to say, read the instruction step by step. Do not get ahead of yourself on this one. And if you follow exactly what it says, you will get that to come out just perfectly. Because I've never done it the way that they said it. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do it this way. Like exactly what it says in the instructions. And mine came out. It came out fine. But I saw online there was like a lot of people that were making this block. And they were having one heck of a time doing it. And thank goodness there are tutorials out there for this block. But again, these types, they really, really help build up your skill level. And once you get it, you get it. So hopefully something like this does not discourage you. Try it. And again, step by step on how to do it. And it's too bad I should have done a tutorial on this block. Because I didn't realize how many issues people were going to have. But mine turned out just fine. Now, what I did was slightly different. You can see on this pattern, there's a square and a square, and then you've got it bordered around with the half square rectangles. So, or half rectangle triangle, sorry. This one, I've got a square, and a square. What I did was I used our economy paper, the foundation paper, to do the 6-inch square in the middle. So I got all my points, nothing was cut off. It was a lot easier. And that's okay if you alter these things ever so slightly. There's nothing wrong with that. Just go with whatever you want to do because it's your quilt, right? And then here are my half rectangle triangles. And I did, like I said, exactly. And I am right on each in every one with a 1/4 inch left over at the top, and I didn't cut any points off, and it's bang on. So just take your time, read those instructions, and watch any videos that you can find out there on how to do that, because it's actually pretty cool when you get it, when it's all said and done. But I really like this block. I think it turned out quite well. And now that we have Canada Day coming up, of course I had to do a project bag. Oh yes. Red and white. Here we go. And yes, I do use every project bag. Mine, Angelos can tell you he's behind the camera, so, but he can let you know that yes, every single bag is filled with a project that is ongoing, and I've got, I think, 2 bins worth. And believe it or not, I probably have the least amount of projects on the go compared to a lot of floss tubers out there, because I've seen people have as many as 50, 60, 70 of projects in the works. And I thought, wow, that's a little bit much for me, but to each their own, right? So this is the red and white bag. This is the back. So I think it turned out pretty good. And then zipper on the front. And this one's all ready for another project. Just want to let you know about a block that I'm gonna start is just something different. There is locally, they're making a quilt called from the group of 7 artists. So what you do is you take one of their paintings, get inspiration from it, and do a block that is has to do with that particular painting. So I let the organizer know that, yeah, I think I'll give this a try. Again, this is something out of my comfort zone, but I wanted to try. So this is the painting that I chose. And I'm going to make, my version of this using fabric. And I just happen to have some cherry wood fabric. I'm not going to use the reds, of course, but the other colors here. And my friend Pat, she's at Quilt Canada, and I texted her. I said, "Can you please pick me up some cherry wood fabric And I sent her the photo, and she's like, "Absolutely." So she showed me, and she picked me up some that matches the rest of it. So I'm set to go. So as soon as she gets back, I am gonna get right on this one. But I'm kind of excited. And what is my video without a couple of cross-stitch projects that I wanted to show you? This one was so darn cute. This is the Animal Crackers series by Stacy Nash, and this is Clovis. Isn't that cute? Now, people out there, they're making a ton of these. Like it's crazy on FlossTube to see how many people have been making the animal crackers, and there's I don't know how many different animals, but this one is the one that caught my eye. So, and I have a really good well, not just start, but I'm well into this one. And this is what I've got so far. Pardon the thread hanging down, but it's still in progress. So isn't she cute? She has the little dress, and I have to just do the feet down here. So, and I've seen people embellish them. Now, I don't know if I'm going to actually stuff it like they show on the picture here. Like there's a tutorial on how to do it like that. I don't know if I want to do that. I think I might just get a nice oval frame, only because I don't really have any place to put. Well, I mean I could switch things up, but yeah, I think maybe I'll just go with the oval frame. I'll find something, and that one's coming along quite nicely. That is 1 strand of floss over 2 holes on 36 count. Now, this is a project I've been waiting and waiting to do. I had to wait through the whole month of May to get my fabric, my linen, and my silk threads. And I showed you the project bag that I made for this project. This is Elizabeth Stevenson, 1854, and this is the 2025 Queen of the May by Hands Across the Sea. So I started with the bag because I had received the pattern, and I have there are actually 12 pages of cross stitching to do because it's really big. So 12 pages in total, and I am about 3/4 of the way done page 1, and this is my start. I'm not going to take it out of the hoop because I don't want to iron it too much. I'm just going to keep moving it. So hopefully you'll stick with me on this journey, and the plan is to have it done within the year. I like to do at least a page per month, if not more. And I think just the colors on this are absolutely stunning. Whoever chose these beautiful, beautiful threads, I think they're just gorgeous. So it's like 1 stitch at a time, and you just get to where you're going. And now here's the tutorial on how to make the Moda Blockheads block number 3. Today, I'm going to show you how to do Moda Blockhead 6, block 3A and 3B. They are relatively the same block, and you just can vary up how you want to put your fabric down. How you can add different fabric for different colors. So they give you, actually there's another page that you can print out, and you can color it in and just see all the different variations. There's a ton of different ways you can do this. I've been watching on social media, and people have been quite creative on how they're doing these blocks. I have only changed one of the fabrics right here. So I'm going to do both at the same time. So all I changed was this on the flying geese. The other things I'm going to keep the same, which I'm kind of keeping the same on my other blocks. I just keep them really similar. That's just my preference. So you can do it any which way that you want, but let's get started on this block, and I'll show you how it's done. Over here, it shows you how to do the flying geese. Now, I really like this method because it has very little waste, but I'm going to do it just ever so slightly different than what they're telling you to do here. They're telling you to mark your triangles and ahead of time. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put the first one down. And what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to just line that up as well as I can. I'm going to put a pin over here and over here. Put my next one down so you can see what I'm doing. Now you should not be able to see the fabric underneath hanging out over the edge. So I'm going to put a pin here and right here. So now I'm going to draw my line. Now I use a mechanical pencil. You will not see that pencil mark. So, I mean, don't make a mistake because you can't erase it. But I'm just going to draw a line right down the middle. Like that. So it's just a little faster. So you can see the line. It's faint. I didn't press very hard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch away from that line. So I'm going to do it again with this one, because we're going to do them at the same time. So I'm going to lay that. So this is the bigger of the squares, okay? There are 2 different size squares, and they are saying the bigger of the 2. So don't get them mixed up. Okay, so there's one. Lay the other one down so it's bang on. Take my ruler. Go right from corner to corner. Press it down. And then I'm going to draw that line all the way across. So yeah, you can see it. So all the sewing I'm going to do off camera, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do as I go along. So I'm going to do a 1/4 inch away from both of those. Okay, now you can see that's been sewn. 1/4 inch on either side of the line. Same with this one. So we're going to cut it in half like it tells us to. So let's go corner to corner. Move that out of the way. There's that one. And let's go with this one. Let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to iron these over. Okay? So just kind of press them with your fingers first. Now I use a 1.6 stitch length here. I always like to have it tighter. I just like it that way. No chance of it coming undone. And then just hold it there. Okay, we're going to do that for all 4. So, just going to press it over with our fingers because it's just, that makes it easier when you put your iron down on it. Hold it there. There, we don't want any little pleats. Want it to be nice and flat. Hold it. And the last one. And that one. So now we have 4 units. So the next one, we're going to pin that one in place and to the edge. And hopefully you can't see anything over the edge underneath. So next, so it's right sides together, down, pin. And this one too. I really don't want it to move. Same with this one. This is a really, really great way to do flying geese. You'll see on the next step if you've never tried this method. Okay, again, I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to do this 4 times. So I'm going to go corner to corner. Wait a minute, a little off. There we go. You can use a friction pen if you want, because it will disappear with heat. I just like my mechanical pencil. It's pretty accurate. And like I said, don't make a mistake. That's all. Okay. So each one of these, again, so a 1/4 inch on either side. to all 4. Okay, as you can see, I sewed a 1/4 inch from the center line on all 4 units. So the next step is to separate those. So we're going to lay that down. Again, put your ruler, line it up on the line. So that's corner to corner. And we're going to cut. So you do this too. All 4 units. Now, how simple is this to do your flying geese, right? There is a ruler you can use, but the size of the finished flying geese unit did not coincide with what was on the ruler, so I couldn't use that method, which is basically the same. So now we're going to take each one of these and we're going to iron the other side. I'm going to go one by one. So it's pretty simple. Just flip. And we do all 8. Now this is the hardest part of the whole unit, or the whole block, I mean. So once you get this part done, like I'd say you're probably more than halfway there. So you need 4 flying geese units for each block. Okay, now it tells me, after we're done here, to trim it to 5 inches by 2 3/4. So, okay, the best way to line it up, because you need it to be 5. So, half of 5 is 2 1/2. So you have a 2 1/2 inch line that goes right into the middle of the triangle on the flying geese. And what you want to do is on the Creative Grids ruler, you've got a dash line that goes as a 1/4 inch. So you want to put that dash line right at the tip of your triangle on your flying geese, because that'll be your in the seam allowance. So let's trim. Okay, I'm gonna flip it. So 5 by 2 1/2. Oh, 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Ooh, it's a good thing I checked. 2, because I thought, gee, that's an awful big section to hack off. Okay, 2 3/4. There. When something doesn't look right, double check. Okay, so I'll show you again. So we're gonna go. So our 2 1/2 inch mark, our 1/4 inch right here is going to land right in the middle. Try to line it up so it's nice and square. Looks good. So then we're going to just do a trim. Now there might be an easier method to do this. If there is, put it in the comments. So 5, and there's actually, you can use that 45-degree mark on your flying geese there, and that will line things up pretty good. Wait a minute, 2 3/4, yep. So continue doing that for the rest of the units. Okay, flying geese units are made. There we go. So got that part done. That's the hard part. So now we have, let me see, I guess I'll move the board over here. We're going to do 4 patch. So we have bats and flags, flags and bats. So I'm going to sew 2 of these, or move it over just a little, so you can see. Okay, I'm going to sew these 4 patches together. So I'm going to sew 2 like that, and when I press them, I'm going to press them the opposite way. So when I go to sew these sections together, they're going to nest. Okay, here's our 4 patches. There's one. There's the other one. Now I'm going to just press that open in the middle. The other ones are ironed to the side, or pushed to the side. But this one I'd like to do in the middle if I can, just so I have a nice flat block. And the second one, just open the seam. It's kind of hot. There we go. Hold it for a few seconds. See? Really nice pour patch. Let's put one block together first. So this is our center. Okay. And the geese go point out. Always double check that you're going the correct way. Okay. And then these line up all the way across diagonally. And, wait a second, I have two. I'm missing one. Like that. And that goes like that. Okay. So I'm going to sew those together, and I'm going to do that with the second block as well. I'm going to lay it out exactly the same way. And we'll have our blocks. Looks pretty good so far. And here we have our finished block. You can see that on the back that I, oops, guess that could be, I'll touch that up just a little bit, but I nested as I went along. So when I sewed them together, I made sure that these two were going in, this was ironed out, and these were going in, so they all nested perfectly. You can see all the points are there. There's one, and then the other one. Whoopsie, like that. And there's the other one. So block A, block B finished. That was a relatively easy block to do, so on to block 4. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your summer. We'll be back in a few weeks, so keep sewing, keep stitching.